Guilty of landing illegal catches, Cornwall's largest fishing business ordered to pay more than £750,000.
The motivation for the misdescription of fish was not financial greed, it was survival. Many in the industry were driven to it by economic necessity. Jobs and livelihoods were at stake.
Good evening and welcome to BBC Spotlight. We'll have more on the conclusion of that case, plus reaction from Newlyn in a moment.
Also in the southwest tonight, police in Nottingham make 3 more arrests in connection to the child abuse charges against Plymouth nursery worker Vanessa George.
Fighting obesity, controversial gastric band surgery is made available on the NHS in Devon.
Everything else failed. I've tried diets, I've tried exercise, I've tried tablets, and nothing just seems to work.
And a very special birthday for the last surviving British veteran of the Great War.
The Cornish fishing firm W. Stevenson & Son has been ordered to pay more than £750,000 in costs and confiscation of its assets. In a surprise decision, a judge decided the firm will not be fined for its part in a conspiracy to land and sell illegal so-called black fish.
W. Stevenson & Son runs the Southwest's largest fishing fleet. The judge in the case said he took into account the possible effects of a heavier fine on the West Cornwall economy. Spotlight's David George reports from Exeter Crown Court. Now, time for the weather. David's here. Wimbledon starts next week, so it's got to rain, hasn't it?
I don't think it is, actually. I think it might be all right.
Good.
So that new roof may not come into use. Never mind. Anyway, let's look at the forecast for the next 24 hours, because we've had a very wet day today. It's been pretty damp. The rain band is moving fairly steadily, though, so a lot of this rain and thick cloud will move away over the next few hours. And once it moves away, there might even be a little bit of late sunshine, as there is now across the more western parts of Cornwall and the northwest of Devon. You can see that thin line of cloud, that's the weather front. It slows up a little bit overnight tonight, strings out across the English Channel and perhaps affects the Channel Islands until tomorrow morning, mid-morning for instance. But even then, it's a very weak affair and continuing to move away. For the rest of us, quite a blustery day tomorrow, winds increasing steadily as we move into the evening and overnight, and a fairly blustery day on Friday with northwest winds. Never overly warm, but at least it should be mainly dry, just a few showers spoiling an otherwise a fine day. There's that rain band. We've had some rain, but the heaviest has been much further north. And you can see where we've now got clearing skies across a good part of Cornwall and the north and west of Devon. And that'll continue overnight tonight. So for many of us tonight, a fine evening, a dry one, and most of the night, in fact, with clear skies. Quite breezy still with the winds from the west or northwest. They pick up again tomorrow, as I've mentioned. And whilst we may start with a little bit of early sunshine tomorrow morning, there is a lot more cloud coming our way. Minimum temperatures tonight, around about 9 or 10 degrees for most of us. 10 is 50 in Fahrenheit. And then tomorrow, through the day, after some early sunshine, there is a lot of cloud in the sky, and there's a very slight possibility of the odd light shower breezing past, blown in on a blustery westerly breeze throughout the day. Temperatures tomorrow struggling a little bit because it is slightly cooler air, so 16 or 17 degrees will be the maximum temperature tomorrow. 16 is 61 degrees Fahrenheit, and that breeze from the west will steadily pick up, especially as we move into the evening and overnight tomorrow night and into Friday. Here's the forecast for the Isles of Scilly. I think generally rather cloudy here, just a glimpse of the sunshine from time to time, but don't be disappointed because I think most of the day will be fairly dry. There are times of high water on the north coast at Bideford, 1:54 and 14:29, Penzance midnight 47 and 13:21, and Portland 2:05 and 15:13. Good news for our surfers after the breezy day we've seen today. Surf's up tomorrow. It will be a little bit choppy on the north coast here, 4 to 5 feet. The south coast a little bit cleaner, especially with some shelter at 3 to 4 feet. Onto the coastal waters forecast. Now, the winds are strengthening through the day tomorrow. They start off as a westerly force 4, and by the end of the day becoming northwesterly and picking up to a 5 or 6. Mainly fair and generally good visibility on both north and south coasts. Friday's quite a nice day. We'll see perhaps a small chance of the odd passing shower again. It will be on the cool side at 16, 17 degrees, possibly 18 in sheltered parts of South Devon and South Dorset. Winds from the northwest quite lively. The weekend forecast looks quite nice. 19, 20 degrees, bit of sunshine to enjoy. That's quite a comfortable temperature and a gentle north or northwesterly breeze. So all in all, not too bad. The last bit of rain clearing away this evening. Have a good evening. Back to you.
Looks like a really nice weekend, actually.
Very nice.
Lovely. Well, enjoy your evening. I'm back with the news at 8 o'clock and again at 10:25. But from the Spotlight News team this Wednesday evening, have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Yellow.